Hey there, Todd, Data So Insurance Group. I wanted to talk real quick today about what it takes to really succeed in not just final expense telesales, but what it takes to succeed in anything that we do in life today. You know, I've been at this for a long time, many years. That includes not just the telesales side, but all around the entire final expense industry. And, you know, this morning, I was getting ready, and like usual, like every morning, my mind starts racing about the day. It doesn't just race about the day on what I'm going to do, what I have on my calendar for today, but what can I do to make sure that we as a group have the best day we possibly can. Now, the more and more people that we have on our program, the harder that becomes to have the best day that we can. Because you can't force everybody to succeed. We give everybody the opportunity and the tools that they need to succeed at this, but we can't force everybody to succeed. If you see my Craigslist ads lately, you know, it says, not everybody can do this. Everybody says they want to do final expense telesales for obvious reasons, but not everybody can do it. When I say you can't do it, I don't mean that it cannot be done. I mean that this is making you can't do it. And the problem with today's society is this idea that we are privileged and have the right to succeed, when we forget that our country was built and started on people's ideas and dreams and the no excuses attitude of what they believe they can accomplish, what they believe they can do. And I run into that every single day. What I mean by that is I run into, whether it's online, verbally, emails, watching other YouTubes, I run into it can't be done. It doesn't work. But we're doing it. It's working. And you know, I was thinking about this morning. I'm sitting here making my lunch, all right? And you know, some of the naysayers out there might go, oh, you know, if he's so successful, why is he making his lunch? Because I am so successful. I don't take a lunch. I don't take breaks. It's hard for me to get out of the office, go home and have dinner with my kids at a decent time. It's hard because every day I'm running a marathon to make this the best program I possibly can for agents. I could close down this shop, take my program, go home, sit in my comfortable home, and do this all by myself. And probably make more money than I'm making right now. But I don't want to do that. This won't let me do it. Unlike other big IMOs or agencies out there who say that they're the best for agents, they have the best training, their rah-rah calls are second to none, learn from top people. What is different from every other IMO? The only thing they want is to get as rich as possible. They care about you when you're making the money. They don't care about you when you're struggling. Now, I get it. If you're struggling and you're making excuses without trying to find solutions, I kind of tune out also. Remember, only you can make this work. This meaning success. Only you can. But I'm sitting here this morning, and you know, this may be a little cliche, but every day, there isn't a day or not 1, 2, 3, 4. There's many times a day. Or even my own mind and my own heart. It might be for a millisecond, but says, is this working? Are you doing the right thing? Do you want the headaches? Do you want to deal with the stress? Maybe you should just pack it up. Maybe you should just go home, do this yourself. You know it works because every time you get on the phone, it works. There's other agents who follow our formula to a T, and they're proving us right. It works. While I'm thinking about that, I'm making my lunch, right? And I made a sandwich. I got it right here. I love roast beef sandwiches. Got my roast beef sandwich. Okay? Notice. It's cut on an angle. See that? Why is that significant? If you make a sandwich, how do you cut your sandwich? Do you cut it on an angle? Do you cut it straight on? Do you not cut it at all? Think about that for a second. Think about it. How do you cut your sandwich? The answer is this. Who cares? I'm sitting there making my sandwich today, and I cut it on an angle, I cut it straight on. Sometimes I'm in a rush, I don't cut it at all. But I realized this morning that every time before I go cut my sandwich, I actually ask myself, how do I want to cut my sandwich? Now listen, I know this is an analogy, but I don't sit there and ponder the thought of, how should I cut my sandwich? All right, don't get me wrong. But there's about a quick second where I think, cut on an angle, do I want to cut a long ways? Well, doing that this morning, I realized quickly, who cares? Who cares? Just cut the sandwich, Todd. There's no difference. It doesn't taste different. Yeah, it looks different. But the end result, without getting graphic, is going to be the same no matter what. Alright? I'm going to eat that sandwich. It's going to taste the same. It's going to fill me up. It's going to feel good. Because I won't be hungry then. It's my fuel. See, the problem is that I think agents coming on to any new program, especially ours, final expense telesales, especially if you're used to doing it out in the field, knocking doors. Yeah, you want to do it. You want to make it work. You want to get off the road. You want to stop paying for leads. You want to stop paying for gas. You want to stop coming home just exhausted. You want to stop getting stood up at the door. You want. And you're looking. You're researching. You find a program like ours. You want to do it. You want to believe what we're saying is successful. But some of you, that's as far as it goes. You're looking at the program. You're looking at the sandwich. And you're wondering, should I cut it on an angle or should I cut it straight on? When it doesn't matter. Meaning, does this work? Can I do this? Is what they're saying true? When we're laying everything out for you to show you ahead of time how it works, what we do, and most importantly, what you need to do to make it work. See, we're making the sandwich for you. We're cutting the sandwich for you. We're giving the sandwich to you. You just have to eat it. You don't have to worry about how the sandwich is going to be cut. You don't have to worry about, is it going to taste different? What's the end result? You know the end result. It's a sandwich. How can you mess up a sandwich? So it's going to taste good. It's going to give you the fuel. That's how our program is. Sometimes we think too hard. We think too much about, well, maybe I should call in the evening. Because, this morning I'm just getting answer machine after answer machine, and I can't get anybody that wants to even listen to me. So I'm going to call at night. If that was true, we would tell you, hey, it's better to call in the evening. Don't start at 9 in the morning. We're not telling you to do something because it doesn't work. We're telling you to do something because it works. It may not be easy. And for most people starting off, it isn't easy. I get contacted every day from people who say, wow, I love this program. No excuses. I'm fully committed. I want to start today. It's amazing. We start people so fast on our program that starting today, that's not doable. In a week? Yes. In most final expense programs, it's a month. You can start ours in a week. I'm talking contracting, fully trained, one-on-one training, taking calls, making sales. And I get people who say, no, I need to start today. I've never had that happen before. I love the energy. I love the enthusiasm. But see, now that's too much going, I just want to get going and not learn it. Listen, it is not a matter of getting leads, talking to people on the phone. That is not it. You've got to learn how to do this system. You've got to follow our script. You've got to be ready to rebut. You've got to understand a lead is someone to talk to. It is not a sale. Are they going to say, I don't remember talking to anybody? Absolutely. Not all the time, but they will. Are they going to say, I'm good, I have insurance, I've got that all taken care of? Definitely. Are they going to say, I'm going to think about it, I'm going to pray about it? I don't just do anything without thinking about it. Almost all the time. It's called final expense tele-sales, not tele-laydowns. So how do you get there? How do you get there? Don't overanalyze this. You cannot overanalyze final expense. I don't care if it's with us or anybody else. Here's a nugget that you can take to help you succeed. If you overanalyze things, do not get into final expense. It doesn't work. You cannot overthink it. You cannot overanalyze. That's why it's called a one-stop close. That's it. One-stop close. You want to think about it? Why? Are you thinking if you're going to die or not? You want to think about it because you may have enough? Really? I've never heard a lottery winner give back money because they already had enough money. It doesn't happen. I got to talk to my kids. I don't do anything without talking to my kids first. Really? So when you go to the grocery store, do you write everything down on a piece of paper, go home, discuss it with your kids before you buy it? No. So you're going to discuss, should you take care of your responsibility or leave it on your kids when the inevitable happens? It's called objections. We as salespeople have to come up with rebuttals. That's what we do. Thinking about how to cut that sandwich is just a deterrent to get you to the end result. It's busy work. It's something we don't want to do. Let me give you another analogy. Because I started thinking about all this stuff this morning. And even I have to think about this stuff to keep me going every day. You know, these motivational videos and the videos I put out, they're not just for the audience, they're for me too. It's fuel for my soul. It makes me get out of my thoughts into verbiage so I can listen to them. Maybe it's arrogant, but I even watch my own videos. I get stuff out of it. Sometimes you have to have someone right in your face tell you, get up off your ass. Stop making excuses. Follow the people who are doing this correctly, the right way. Ask questions? Sure. Not a lot of them, because it's all laid out right in front of you. So my wife sends out this picture the other day of our 6.5-year-old. And, you know, she's super smart. And everybody says that about their own kids, right? They're super smart, next president, gonna be a genius. I'm just saying, she's super smart. She loves to learn. She blows me away every day, all right? And so she sends out this picture to, you know, out on Instagram and family and friends and everybody. And she said something along the lines of, here's our 6.5-year-old still riding her bike with training wheels. And it's a picture of her, my daughter Gabriella. And yeah, she's on her bike with her training wheels. And, you know, of course it's funny. You know, and other parents are jumping in. Ours didn't start riding without training wheels till 8. Made my wife feel better. Me, I know what I'm going to do this weekend. It's my job to step up and spend more time with her to teach her how to ride a bike. Now, that opened my eyes. But sometimes I got to step back from this, spend more time with my family. That's what's great about this program, is you can't work weekends. You can, but there's no interview lines open. Okay? You can't work holidays. You can work evenings if you want. But when you're under pressure, knowing that you can't make up this weekend, and I'm going to get back to my daughter, but you can't work this weekend, you're under pressure to work harder now. See, I know when we were in the field and we would door knock and fill out applications, not only agents of mine, but me, we made a majority of our sales midweek on. Now, I'm no genius, but my theory tells me that's because of pressure. As the week went on, you're going, oh my God, I got one sale. I got no sales. It's Thursday. I got no presentations. And if you really start putting the pressure on yourself and really pushing forward, all of a sudden you start realizing, boy, most of my sales come at the end of the day. Most of my sales come at the end of the week. It's not a good time to sell. It's because you're pressured to close some deals. The clock is ticking. That's why we sell majority of our cases Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Okay? Let me get back to my daughter. So my first instinct is I'm going to help her. I'm going to make her learn how to ride that bike. I'll be honest, it's a little embarrassing as a parent. It's a little embarrassing as a father. You know, if you're a father or parent, you know there's a part of you that goes, oh man, 6.5 years old, riding around the neighborhood on training wheels. What do the neighbors think? Not a bad parent. Do I not spend enough time with her? There's a part of me that thinks that. But the other part of me is saying, I haven't taught her. I haven't really spent enough time. Yeah, we go for bike rides. We have another daughter, so, you know, it's easier to, hey, everybody, hop on your big wheel, hop on your bikes, let's go for a ride. Okay? I gotta make time. And I'm going to make time. And I told my wife that. And she said, she'll get it. Don't pressure her. She'll figure it out. Everybody else says they figure it out when it's their time. That's great. But I have barely made an effort. So I'm going to make the effort. Now, is my daughter going to be happy with me? No. Nope. Mm-mm. And I understand that. In fact, she's probably going to get upset. Not mad at me, but irritated. And she's not really going to be irritated that I'm making her try to learn how to ride a bike. Deep down, she's really mad because she can't do it. It's out of frustration. It's out of, I don't know how to do it. This is out of my comfort zone. But I'm going to help her get there. And because she's my daughter and she trusts in her father, which she does, as much as it's uncomfortable to her, and as much as she's going to struggle with learning how to ride a bike without training wheels, she's going to keep doing it. Am I going to have to kind of argue with her? Is she going to be down on the ground? I'm going to have to lift her up? Is she going to pout? Am I going to have to put her in timeout? Maybe. I won't get that extreme, you know. But are we going to clash a little bit to get to the end result? Definitely. But it's not that I want her to learn how to ride a bike. Yes, that's part of it. And this is what I'm going to leave you with, and I want you to think about this. It's not that I want her to learn how to ride a bike totally. I want her to know what the feeling is to accomplish something that she thought she couldn't do. That feeling of, wow, that wasn't so bad. I put a little time and effort into this, and it works. I see other people, I see other kids riding bikes, even my age, even younger. She doesn't think like that. Maybe she does. She doesn't express it. I think like that. I think. Why can't I do that? You know, maybe it's an arrogance. I can always do everything better. I'll figure out a way how to do it on my own. If someone wants to help me, great. I am right there with you. I'm loyal. Let's do it together. You don't want to help me, or you even want to hold me back, you want to tell me that telesales is not the way, field sales is the way, that's great. That's your opinion. I'm going to tune you out. You know why? Because I know right here, what I'm doing not only works now, but it's going to be the way of the future for agents, not for my company. And when I show my daughter that sometimes a little pain is good to get to the end result, which is accomplishing something, that feeling of accomplishment is so much better than that feeling of pain and frustration. Pain and frustration is temporary. Accomplishing something and proving to yourself you can do it and then continue to do it over and over again, getting on your bike, riding it over and over again and getting better and better at it, that feeling never goes away. So if you're going to come on our program, don't say you're committed. Don't think that you're going to blow the doors off of this from day one. Understand that you're going to have to go through some falling down, some aggravation, stress, okay? Maybe even a little frustration, maybe a little anger at us, because we will push you. We will tell you how to do this the right way. We're not going to drag our feet. We'll go at your pace. But if you want to learn how to ride that bike, then you got to be prepared to go through some frustration. And if not, this is not the opportunity for you. In fact, success is not an opportunity for you, because no one that succeeds doesn't go through any pain or frustration. In fact, they go through failure. They fall off that bike several times. They get bloody, they get cherries, they get scratched up. But it's the winners who get back on the bike, ride the bike. It's the ones who don't think about, how am I going to cut that sandwich today? Just cut the friggin' sandwich. The point is I want to eat it, not cut it. If you want to cut it with us, you follow our program. That's from the time we connect for the interview, you do the contracting. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't want to hear you didn't have time. You didn't have time to do contracting, you don't have time to do this program. Nothing personal, just saying it like it is. If you don't have time to do the training, you take 2-3 weeks to get through training, guess what? Most agents get through the training in a day. The real training happens when you get on the dialer and you start taking calls, and yeah, you're going to get your teeth kicked in, you're going to get your nose bloodied a little bit. Are you going to run brand new leads from day one? Absolutely not. Do we want to put you on the bonus leads just to get you beat up and have you go, man, this isn't working? Absolutely not. In fact, we give you a little pep talk. Listen, you're going to get on the bonus leads. I don't want you to focus on closing. I want you to focus on telling your story, seeing how many times you can get through a pitch. We're going to be listening to you. We're going to chat to you. You need to listen to what we're telling you to do. After calls, we're going to ask you to call us so we can chat about that call. Once you have that down pat, you're going to graduate to platinum. Once you start making sales in platinum, which should be the first day, you're going to graduate to ultra platinum. Now you're talking to the good leads, the Glengarrys. That's how you get there.